Hey there, Capricorn. How you doing this morning? My name is Cheryl Lynn, and you are the last reading for right now. So here we go. This is going to be your bonus weekend reading. This one is for July 18th, 19th, and 20th. That's kind of the whole deal. We're going to just pull cards for a Celtic cross and see what Spirit wants to talk about. At the very bottom, I'm going to pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just to give you some sort of insight as to what might be coming towards you this weekend. And that is what we're doing. Oh yeah, if you see the funny lines on both sides of my head, I have no clue why they're there. I tried to figure it out, but I had to get these readings done, so for now they're just there. I don't have a window near me. The lights are the same as always. I don't know why. But anyways, we're going to go with them, okay? This is for Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Let us see. What is your current situation? Okay, what do we got? So you're pulling the 3 of Cups. Okay, 3 of Cups for me on the positive side would be a reason to celebrate. And on its shadow side, it is normally a situation of some sort. Does not have to be romantic, but some sort of situation where there were once 2 people that got along swimmingly, and then a third personality came into the mix, okay? It can be a work situation, friend situation, romantic situation, whatever it was. When 3 people were where there was once 2, there is now an issue. So we don't know yet which way this reading's going, but that is what I've got as your situation is this 3 of Cups, okay? All right, so what is the obstacle to the 3 of Cups? What do we got? 9 of Swords. So this makes me feel like there was some sort of situation with 2 people, and now there's currently 3, right? Because there's a huge amount of stress and anxiety attached to this. This is the obstacle, is all the stress and anxiety. So now we have that. Okay, so what is it that you need to focus on? The Knight of Pentacles. Not making any rash or sudden movements. You know, not making any crazy impulsive moves or whatever in this situation. You need to be very focused, very grounded, and look at everything from a very logical and realistic standpoint before making moves in this situation, okay? Is what they're saying. All right, slow, steady moves, right? Like the tortoise and the hare, you're coming through right here is the tortoise. That's where you need to be. All right, so what is it you need to leave behind in this situation? The 6 of Swords. Some kind of a feeling like you need to exit the situation to get yourself to calmer waters or whatever. If you were to do that right now, it would come across as a impulsive move, almost like you're deserting the situation is how it feels. And I feel like you are still very invested in this and don't want to necessarily have this end or have this be behind you. So you're not going to be able to go 6 of Swords and take the other person involved that you want to take with you. You're going to have to sit still for a minute and wait this out to let this play out some or something along those lines. If you take the 6 of Swords route, which would be to sail your life off into calmer waters, you're going to be making that voyage alone, okay? And I don't think that's what you wanted, so that's why they're saying leave that plan behind you for now. What is your strength in the situation? It is the Moon. It is the fact that whatever it is that is unclear to you right now, whatever the situation is that you are not seeing clearly, it feels like due to somebody working very diligently to not let you see it clearly, it is not going to stay that way. Things done in the dark are going to come to the light. So the things that have been done are going to bubble to the surface here, and you're going to know exactly what's going on here in a very short amount of time, it feels like. Meaning there is secrecy around a situation at this point, but that is not going to stay that way. Okay? All right, so what do we have in the near future? 2 of Cups. So this is still a divine union that you're dealing with here at the core. This may be some sort of a unfortunate situation that's happened, okay? But I don't feel like it's enough to tear apart what is actually a divine union. As long as you don't make any crazy impulsive moves, right? You just need to wait this out for a second. Let this play out. I don't feel like there's anything here that can't be fixed, I guess is what I'm saying in this situation. This is a divine union, and I feel like this could be a speed bump within this union, but I don't feel like it's a devastating blow as long as you don't make any crazy erratic moves, okay? Is what I see. Okay, what is the advice? Queen of Pentacles. Stand in your power, okay? You are that person. You are the person that whoever this other person is that you care about so deeply here You allow them to be a version of themselves they can't be anywhere else. You are home to them. Just stand in that power, and this thing will come back together and work itself out, it looks like, okay? What is the atmosphere? 10 of Wands. This is feeling like a very heavy burden on all sides, okay? I can see where you could view yourself as the person in the right, or the person, on the right side of justice, so the heavy burden is yours. That's true. But this happened because the other person involved was feeling as though this had become a heavy burden to them as well. So everybody has their own version of how this has worked out, and everybody's version deserves its moment or something. Like you have to, just, the atmosphere is one of everybody feeling burdened, so there you go. What is the greatest fear here? It is the Knight of Cups. You're afraid of some sort of emotion here. Somebody coming in to save the day. You're having to come in and save the day. Maybe you're afraid you're not going to have the ability to rush in and save the day here. So it's hard for you to sit still. Telling you this thing will come back together. Mark my words on this. It feels very much so like it's going to come back together. What is the outcome? The outcome is the Queen of Wands. If this situation coming back together is what you truly want, it will happen. Okay, because as Queen of Wands, you get what it is you want. So just hold on to that. That is the bottom line here, I guess you could say. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy path between here and there, you know what I'm saying, or there aren't going to be some bumps in the road, but you're going to get what it is you truly want here in the end. Okay? All right, what do we got for Friday? 8 of Cups and the Death card. I feel like for some of you, you are walking away, or this person is walking away from you, but it's very temporary, and it's to invoke some sort of a transformation that has to take place here. This situation is not working the way that it was set in the recent past, so it has to transform. So somebody could be walking away from somebody else, but it's very temporary. It's not like a, end all be all. What I got for Saturday, I've got the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So there is something to do here with a karmic cycle, possibly. With the 8 of Wands, there's communication coming at you fast, requiring you to react fast. And with the 8 of Swords, this is about you being up in your head about it. Sunday, I've got the, what do I got? The Chariot and the 4 of Wands. In the end, this is a higher level soulmate situation, okay? And it's also a divine union. So with the Chariot, there will be forward motion and victory here. Like I said, this is a speed bump. This is something along the way. I don't know what else to say about that. It's possible whoever the third personality into this is, it's some kind of a karmic situation that needed to finally be closed out or something along those lines with these 2 8s. Like it was better to get this thing out in the front and so that it could finally be closed out and move forward than to leave it where it was up until now. Something like that. I don't know if that made sense, but that's what I've got. The overall reading for you, Capricorn, is sit still. Sit still for a minute and let this play itself out a little bit more before you make any judgments on it, okay? Because it looks like no matter what, it's coming back together. So there you have it. All right. No matter what the cards say, make it the best weekend you possibly can. I'll be back on Sunday with weekly readings. I'm here every morning with the daily energy check-ins. You guys are all amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. My numbers in the last week have been fabulous, and that is all because of you guys, and I appreciate you to the moon and back. Okay? All right, y'all. Take care. Thank you.